I'm Sam, and this is Cooking Cuban. Today we're making one of my favorites, Rabo Encendido or oxtail on fire. You're gonna need Sazón Completo and Oregano. Your step one is to season the meat with those two ingredients, which the meat has been seasoning for a few hours. I recommend that before you start the rest of the recipe so it really gets all those flavors in there. Other things you're gonna need: soy sauce, hot sauce, tomato sauce, sofrito seasoning, lime, garlic, onions, green pepper, and a little thing called vino tinto or red cooking wine. Step 2, peel some garlic. Abuela says the trick is to cut off that little knob that's on the top and peel it back. We peeled an entire head of garlic for this recipe because we were cooking for about 6. You can do it according to your serving size. After you chop it, you can either put it in this little thing to chop it up or do it manually.
Pero como yo tengo esta maquinita, yo le echo sal.
Sí.
Ready to go. Lo primero que yo uso para cualquier sazón es la cebolla. Lo primero que yo pongo a sofreír es la cebolla.
Abuela makes it very clear that one of the most important things in your sofrito is the onion. So chop up your onion and put it to saute very first thing. Put some oil in the pan, put it to saute on medium-high heat, and really let the juices get flowing.
Siempre todas estas cosas hay que lavarlas bien porque todo el mundo las tortería.
Sí.
Este no me gusta, este sí me gusta. Este está muy blanco, este está muy verde. Uno mismo lo hace y los limones igual.
Sí, todo.
Todo, todo.
La fruta, todo.
Todo, no.
Abuela says wash your produce because everyone's always touching it. Oh, I like this one. Oh, I don't like this one. And she has a point. That's kind of nasty. Wash it well.
¿So grande o con
No,
pequeño?
cuadrito chiquito también.
You guessed it, step 4 is chop up that green pepper into small pieces. And step 5, while you're doing that, someone can kindly give you a helping hand. Put the sofrito into the onion mix, and now you're gonna stir it up on that medium-high heat. Put in that green pepper to really get the flavors all well blended. Next step is putting in the tomato sauce and blend it up. Let it saute and have the flavors mix.
Mira, entonces yo para mojarla, voy el vino tinto.
Okay.
Vino tinto, le echo un chorrito aquí. ¿Y qué hago? Le vuelvo así, limpio la lata y lo echo aquí. Cuando digo que sí, no, para eso lo hago yo para, tú sabes.
Aprovechar.
Más presa la palabra.
Insider tip, use the red cooking wine to really get the most out of your cans.
Si esto necesita más se le echa. Ahora cuando uno broncea la carne, yo lo voy echando ahí uno por una. Entonces ya para cocinarla se le echo más de vino.
Later on, we will use a little bit more of that red cooking wine, but for now, we are putting in our garlic. Garlic is key to anything delicious, so don't be shy. Put it in there with the rest of your sofrito and start garlicking it up. Leave it on that medium-high heat, stir it up, and now the secret ingredient.
Más o menos a todita.
Why soy sauce in a Cuban dish? So weird, right? No, it changes the color and adds just a little bit of flavor so you don't get that really red, pungent color. It makes it a little more earthy. Then add a touch of hot sauce. Cuban food is not meant to be spicy.
Entonces después se pone en la mesa porque le gusta comer.
Add salt to taste, stir it into the sofrito, and let it simmer just a little while longer. Your next step is important. You want to take half a lime and put it over the meat, but just right before you're going to cook it. Otherwise, it gets hard.
A última hora cuando lo vaya a cocinar, porque si no se endurece.
Se endurece si no le echan
Si lo hace más temprano, el limón endurece la carne. Ahora yo puedo... Esto yo voy cogiendo y voy moviendo para que se vaya, ¿ves?
Sí.
Vaya cogiendo mucho, mira.
Como el arroz con pollo.
Exactamente, que te diga que unos pollos lo vamos viendo para que vaya cogiendo un gusto, ¿eh?
The next step is to take every single piece of rabo and really dirty it up in the sazon. Make sure it gets covered in there because that is what's going to give it its flavor. It's going to give it its taste, its natural delicious juices. If you don't have a pressure cooker, you would just leave your rabo cooking in this pot for about 2.5 hours, stirring occasionally. If you do have a pressure cooker, one that connects to the wall, an instant cooker, you will transfer from the sofrito pot into your pressure cooker. Add some vino tinto in order to give it that extra flavor and enough liquid to cook well. Then you're gonna close up your pressure cooker and set it on the timer. 1 hour is the amount of time that your rabo needs to cook. Now, if you have a stovetop pressure cooker, you can cook the rabo right in there. All you have to do is add some vino tinto. If you're cooking for not as many people as we were, you can always do the sofrito and all the sauce in your stovetop pressure cooker, and you won't have to transfer the meat from the pot to the pressure cooker. It's just already in there and you have it cooked for 1 hour once it reaches pressure. Voila, it's been an hour and you have some delicious rabo. Last step is to simmer the meat on the stove for just a little while longer. That's why we're transferring from the pressure cooker back to the pot.
Por eso me digo que eres. Porque trabaja en tacones.
Abuela's convinced that she's shrinking and needs to work in high heels to reach the counter correctly. Lo ponemos a un poco.
Así, a mezcocharlo.
A mezcocharlo.
Para que el sazón coja más gusto a la carne. Porque así se tranca el sazón y coge más sabor.
When the meat is done cooking in the pressure cooker, take the meat and some of the liquid, not all of it, and put it back onto the pot in the stove and just let it simmer there in order for, the juices to really penetrate the rabo and give it flavor. If you did this without a pressure cooker, those 2.5 hours that the rabo was cooking will be more than enough. If you did it on a stovetop pressure cooker, you wouldn't have to transfer the meat. You would just have to uncover the pressure cooker after that 1 hour of cooking time and simmer it on low. Voila! Rabo encendido, served with rice, tostones, and or plátanos maduros. Absolutely delicious. Best thing about rabo, it's a family meal time. And this is the kind of food you eat with your hands. Don't be shy. Hear the chatter, eat with your hands.
About FedEx can do that. Next day air.
Falls off the bone.
$675,000.
It's amazing. Exotic, awesome, delicious.
They only insure
Try
it.
it.